Three years ago, and I've been playing guitar 3.5 years ago. So, like, I don't mind because, like, it's so good when they stop, but...
With her mesmerizing voice and heartfelt performances, Allie Sherlock has become a household star, and the world has never been the same. A tale of tragedy, hardship, and perseverance, however, unfolds behind the scenes. You will be astounded by Allie's incredible adventure, which starts from modest origins and ends in the glitter and glamour of the spotlight. Discover the hidden backstory of the emerging sensation, Allie Sherlock from Britain Got Talent, as we explore her terrible yet inspirational past. The path to stardom for Grafton Street's adored Allie Sherlock, who is also a budding musician, is fraught with obstacles. Many would have given up during her formative years because of the hardships she endured. Allie had little experience with money worries as a child growing up in a humble home in Cork, Ireland. She found comfort in music while she and her family endured many trials. At a young age, Allie found solace in singing, which she embraced as a means to escape the challenges of life. Life presented Allie with obstacles at the same time as her potential was beginning to flourish. Losing her mother when Allie was just 9 years old was a life-altering tragedy that would influence her creative expression for the rest of her life. The tragic death of Allie's mother deeply affected her emotionally and psychologically. As a little girl, Allie grappled with the loss of her mother and the chaos that ensued as she tried to make sense of the world without her. Allie had to face the harsh reality of bullying when she was growing up, on top of dealing with the pain of her loss. Peer pressure and the hurtful comments made the loss of her mother even more devastating. School for Allie was a hellish experience due to the constant bullying and harassment she endured from other students. There was no one she could turn to for help, and she felt completely alone. Bullying had a devastating effect on Allie's mental health, making her feel unsafe and exposed. Because the bullying was so bad in 2016, Allie had to make the tough choice to quit elementary school and try homeschooling. It was a bold move that showed how much Allie had been through. Leaving behind the typical school setting was a mixed bag. It provided a break from the constant bullying, but it also meant giving up the familiarity and stability that school gives. Clearly, Allie has through a lot of mental anguish, constant bullying, and devastating loss throughout her early years of hardship. But how did Allie's early hardships influence her artistic development? How may music have aided her in overcoming obstacles? Shall we explore further to discover? Allie Sherlock was bound for musical stardom the second she picked up a guitar and began strumming its strings. She had everyone in the vicinity spellbound with her deft fingerwork as she played mesmerizing songs. Allie overcame many obstacles and suffered many losses on her way to becoming a famous musician. Allie's passion for music began at an early age when she excitedly picked up the guitar and the piano. Her enthusiasm for music was contagious, and she soon became engrossed in the realm of music. She seemed to have an insatiable need for creative expression, as if music were her lifeblood. However, Allie's abilities extended beyond that. Gymnastics brought her happiness and pleasure in addition to her musical endeavors. She proved her relentless pursuit of greatness on the gymnastics mat with the elegance and speed she demonstrated. Even now, she approaches this pastime with the same intensity and focus that has characterized her career in music. When Allie was young, her father, Mark Sherlock, was a key figure in helping her develop her skills and launch her career. Mark became his daughter's most ardent advocate and teacher once he discovered her remarkable talent for music. But there were bumps on the road to success. Mark had his doubts when he first heard that Allie was considering a career in music. He was worried about the difficulties and unknowns she would face in the unpredictable entertainment industry. It was pointless for him to try to thwart Allie's ambitions when he saw her unfaltering enthusiasm and commitment. She grew to rely on Mark for encouragement and support as he helped her get ready for her first street appearances. When Allie was just 11 years old, she set off on an extraordinary adventure, showcasing her skill on Dublin streets, especially the world-famous Grafton Street. Allie started to show the world her musical talent with the help of her dad, who filmed her spontaneous performances with great devotion. She had an ethereal voice that echoed through the busy streets, entrancing onlookers who were captivated by the enchantment they were about to see. These street performances were a watershed moment in Allie's rise to fame, showcasing her extraordinary singing talents. Those lucky enough to see her skill in person will never forget the profound impact her genuine performances made. Even though her career was taking off, the lingering sadness of her mother's death placed a pall over it all. It was clear that Allie's hopes and ambitions were in jeopardy due to the weight of her mother's absence. Music brought her comfort and salvation during those gloomy times. Allie poured her heart and her into her music, expressing her sadness and grief through every note and song. She was able to honor her mother's memories and keep her spirit alive via music with the mournful tunes she wrote. Music gave Allie the fortitude to keep going when things became tough. She channeled her suffering into songs that propelled her to internet stardom. It took guts for Allie to launch her own YouTube account in 2014 and let the world hear her songs. She quickly became known for her enticing voice and distinctive singing style, which established her distinct from other artists in the business. With her incredible musical talent, Allie has won over millions of hearts, from the lively streets of Dublin to stages throughout the world. She became famous for her seductive voice and distinctive singing style. Her videos quickly gained a devoted following of over 6 million subscribers and began to accumulate millions of views. During Allie's quest, a street performance was one of the most memorable moments. She was confronted by an onlooker who dared her to sing the Italian verse of Perfect Symphony, a masterpiece by Ed Sheeran and Andrea Bocelli. The crowd was in awe of the incredible duet that ensued because Allie didn't back down but instead asked the man to sing with her. She embarked on her path to prominence at this point. Allie's meteoric climb to stardom was due to more than only her technical prowess. Her performances had an indescribable emotional impact that touched people everywhere. She became an internet phenomenon in 2018 after her rendition of Shallow from A Star Is Born went viral. The personal problems and obstacles that Allie overcame were evident in her path, despite the flash and glamour of her internet fame. She suffered psychological and emotional harm as a result of the never-ending demands placed on her to provide fresh, interesting material. Her sense of self-worth and confidence were struck by the constant barrage of cruel remarks and internet trolls. She had a lot on her plate between her growing fan base and her music career. She hardly had time to unwind between her many hours of recording, editing, and interacting with her online network. Her digital profession and personal life were more and more intertwined, and she experienced growing tiredness and burnout as a result. Allie drew courage from her devotion to music and the unfaltering affection of her devoted followers, and she persisted through these difficulties. Her unwavering will to conquer challenges and keep going for her ambitions is an indication of her strength and perseverance. In addition to captivating internet audiences, Allie's extraordinary skill catapulted her onto illustrious stages and television screens. She made it to the second round of Britain's Got Talent in 2017 after gracing the stage with her extraordinary vocal ability. In August 2017, she showcased her abilities even more at the Miss Universe Ireland event with mesmerizing performances. In 2018, Allie's career took a turn for the better when she got the invitation to appear on Ellen DeGeneres' The Ellen Show. Her acoustic performance of Adele's Million Years Ago left the live audience in amazement when she sang it at the tender age of 12. In the background, Allie fought her own personal problems, even as the spotlight shone on her accomplishments. She had a mental breakdown as a result of the constant strain to live up to the expectations of her expanding fan base and preserve her public image. She was already carrying a heavy burden from dealing with the media's and internet community's relentless judgment and scrutiny. No matter how hard things became, Allie's devotion to music never faltered. She overcame challenges and kept sharing her gift with the world because of her enthusiasm. Despite Allie's several popular songs, her major breakthrough came when she moved to Los Angeles to work with OneRepublic's lead vocalist, Ryan Tedder. Allie is an Irish singer, guitarist, and composer. It all began when Ryan stumbled onto her incredible skill on Instagram. Thanks to this fortunate break, Allie was able to forge deeper ties to the music business. Along the way, she had a chance meeting with Charlie Puth, which allowed her to meet even more influential people in the music industry. Nevertheless, Allie reached a major professional milestone when she signed a 5-year contract with Patriot Records, the illustrious label established by Ryan Tedder. Allie achieved a huge milestone with this collaboration, which gave her the opportunity to display her musical abilities to a wider audience. Allie has had an extraordinary musical career, captivating audiences in the historic Cork Opera House and Cypress Avenue in Cork, and the world-renowned Olympia Theatre in Dublin. Her concerts have taken her from the streets, where she originally won over crowds, to famous music halls and other landmark locations all throughout Ireland and the world. At the esteemed Elbphilharmonie Concert Hall in Hamburg, Germany, Allie captivated an international audience in early 2020 with her enchanting tunes. Additionally, OneRepublic saw her potential and decided to include her as a supporting act on their European tour. Allie performed at locations in the Netherlands, Germany, France, and the United Kingdom as part of her tour. In the spring of 2020, Allie released her maiden extended play, EP, as she dabbled in music creation alongside her flourishing profession. Her mesmerizing cover of Etta James's At Last showcased her unique singing technique and passionate performance on the EP. In addition, Allie had a fantastic June finale on Homeschool Hub, where she collaborated with the RTE Concert Orchestra. Irish Women in Harmony is a group of female singers who came together to record a moving rendition of Dreams in aid of a charity that deals with domestic violence. Allie's vocal contribution is a demonstration of her dedication to social concerns. In December of 2021, Allie wowed audiences with an enthralling performance on Dave Fanning's concert at Wheeland, capping up an exciting year. Along with her outstanding accomplishments, Allie Sherlock's most recent pursuits have also caused quite a stir in the music world. She began recording new music in 2022 with the help of Steve Garrigan, guitarist for the critically renowned band Codaline, in the hopes that it would reveal her growing talent as an artist and musician. This thrilling partnership exemplifies Allie's dedication to expanding her artistic horizons and challenging herself creatively. In addition, Allie had the privilege of performing at the AO Arena in Manchester on June 4, 2022, as part of the Platinum Jubilee celebrations honoring Queen Elizabeth II. The event was broadcasted on ITV, and Allie further cemented her position as a rising star in the music industry by enchanting audiences with her soulful voice and magnificent stage presence. On top of that, Allie celebrated her 18th birthday in style on April 7, 2023, marking a major milestone in her personal and professional path. Allie gave her fans a first album, Ally, to celebrate the event. The album has 11 hypnotic cover songs that highlight Allie's amazing singing skills and emotional takes on popular classics. A YouTube sensation, Allie Sherlock is recognized for both her original music and her mesmerizing cover versions. Her unique gift is penning songs with profoundly moving lyrics that stay with listeners long after the music has ended. Among her many original singles, Locked Inside stands out as a window into her inner life during the difficult lockdown period and a mirror of her own experiences. Locked Inside captures the sentiments that many individuals had during the lockdown by speaking to the sensations of being restricted and alone. Allie connects with her audience on a deep level because her melodies and lyrics are so moving and honest about the hardships she endured while inside. Along with Locked Inside, Allie's original song Harrow has become an inspiring hymn, calling on listeners to feel their own inner strength and find their inner hero. Many of her listeners have found encouragement and inspiration in the song's uplifting message, which states that greatness is inside every one of us. As an additional emotional memorial to Allie's mother, who passed away the night before, transforms the painful feelings of loss and grief into a lovely and moving tune. By sharing her story of grief and recovery via music, Allie is able to reach her listeners on a very intimate level, and the song is a tribute to the efficacy of music in conveying and making sense of complicated emotions. The creative music that Allie composes is more than simply music. It is an honest reflection of her life's experiences that she uses to forge an emotional connection with her listeners. She has an incredible ability to move people with her genuine and profoundly moving songs. The captivating street music performances uploaded by Cork native Allie Sherlock have brought her considerable fame. With over 5 million YouTube subscribers and over 1.4 million Instagram followers, her heartfelt covers have amassed a massive online following. When Canadian phenom Justin Bieber shared Allie's songs with his Instagram followers in February, it was a turning point in her career. His performance of her cover of his song Intentions gave her a platform to reach a larger audience. Justin and Allie are now friendly with each other, and Allie thinks he's a wonderful human being, but they had to overcome obstacles as a friendship. After George Floyd's untimely death in 2020, Justin was dissatisfied with Allie because, in his opinion, she wasn't doing enough to use her social media influence to combat prejudice. Their relationship had a brief period of hardship due to this occurrence. Unexpectedly, Justin voiced his disapproval of one of Allie's apparently harmless Instagram postings. Just a simple question: what's one thing you cannot do without? However, it was posed not long after Blackout Tuesday, when people all over the globe were vocal in their support for Black artists and calls for racial equality. Bieber spoke out against Allie's position and the timing of the post. Allie was caught off guard by the weight of Bieber's criticism and had to deal with the scrutiny of a worldwide superstar. Unfazed by the criticism, she continued to advocate for what she believed in. In reaction to Bieber's comments, Allie clarified that she had taken down her post on Blackout Tuesday because she had encountered online animosity from certain people. Allie Sherlock kept her head down and kept working on her songs even after the awkward situation with Justin Bieber. Among her many accomplishments in 2020 was the debut of her own musical compositions. 2 extended plays, EPs, A Part of Me and Self-Titled, showcased her talent to listeners. Allie started her rise to fame by captivating onlookers in Cork with her enchanting voice and her performances. The villagers were immediately captivated by her unfiltered skill and her love for music, and she soon began to amass a fan base in her hometown. Thanks to the proliferation of social media, Allie was able to reach more people with her songs. She started sharing footage of her street performances on social media sites like Instagram and YouTube, where her heartfelt covers of hit songs reached an audience of all demographics. Her popularity skyrocketed, and she gained millions of followers who couldn't wait for her next upload. During this time, Justin Bieber was captivated by Allie's skill after discovering one of her videos. Allie received a huge boost to her profile when he chose to post her cover of his song Intentions with his enormous Instagram following. Allie was thrust into the limelight and presented with fresh options by this unanticipated endorsement from a major figure in the music industry. The pressure to perform under intense scrutiny increased in tandem with Allie's meteoric rise to fame. Their relationship took a nosedive when Justin Bieber voiced his disapproval of her stance on social issues. Allie stayed loyal to herself and her ideals despite the immense burden of being publicly shamed by a worldwide superstar. In a recent interview, Allie discussed her private life in detail. "Having a love partner isn't her top priority right now," she said in the interview. As a young artist with big dreams, she is instead utterly focused on honing her skills. Allie has made it clear that she knows she has to make the most of her creative opportunities while she still can. Rather than delve into love relationships, she has decided to focus on her music career, which is gaining speed quickly. She spoke clean about her current preference for being alone, so she can focus on her music without anybody or anything getting in the way. Allie Sherlock's alleged romance with fellow street musician Quan Durkin is just one of many rumors swirling around her personal life. Their unexpected meeting on the lively Grafton Street in Dublin, Ireland, caused quite a stir. Fans were enchanted by their seamless performances as a duo, and rumors of a possible romance began to circulate. When asked about their relationship status, though, Allie and Quan remained firmly silent. Their relationship is still strictly platonic, they have made it clear, despite the strong affinity and deep musical synergy that has developed between them via their shared experiences and collaboration. Their relationship is very important to them, therefore they've decided to keep their private lives apart so that their artistic connection may shine. Thanks to her unwavering commitment to her music, Allie Sherlock's career is soaring. Many are wondering how much she is worth now that she is so famous. The gifted pianist Allie Sherlock has amassed a respectable fortune of over $1.5 million. She has worked tirelessly and with unfaltering commitment to achieve her financial goals. While Allie does make a tidy sum each month from YouTube ads, roughly $70,000 worth, her money streams are far from limited to the internet. Her other sources of income include endorsement partnerships, sponsorships, live engagements, and music contracts. We will now examine Allie Sherlock's financial situation in further detail. While her present net worth of $1.5 million is remarkable, estimates indicate that it may reach an astounding $43 million when all of her sources of income are taken into account. The money she makes from her successful YouTube channel and other projects is part of this category. She may be making around $791,000 a year, according to reports. It's astonishing how popular Allie is on YouTube. Her channel is a digital powerhouse with an astounding 13.19 million monthly views, which translates to approximately 440K views every day. Every view is a potential source of income for her monetized channel, which usually earns her $3 to $7 for every 1,000 views. Allie Sherlock's YouTube channel by itself might be generating about $52,400 each month, or over $791,000. This is based on extrapolating these indicators. Keep in mind that these are only estimates, and that actual profits may end up being higher. Allie works to market her music, work with businesses, and get sponsorship opportunities using her social media clout, in addition to the money she earns from YouTube. Her whole financial success is a result of these channels and the possible income from affiliate marketing. Taking into account the variety of her sources of income, Allie Sherlock's potential yearly earnings might approach $1.5 million, highlighting her position as a promising star in the music industry. The young and gifted Dublin musician Allie Sherlock has won over many fans with her heartfelt performances and consistent commitment to her work. She had an incredible journey from the busy streets of Dublin to her ambition of working with Ariana Grande, a music superstar. We can see that Allie's narrative is one of perseverance, skill, and limitless ambition as we speculate about her future. With the lifting of COVID-19 limitations, Allie is making the most of her chance to go back to her roots. More and more people are flocking to see her perform live music on the streets of Dublin, and she has been serenading them once again. She has become a symbol of genuine emotion and sincerity in the dynamic music industry with her mesmerizing songs, which captivate listeners and make an impression on those who experience her performance. In the future, Allie plans to pursue new artistic endeavors. Soon, she will be releasing her own songs and teaming up with up-and-coming street performers in her neighborhood. Allie is dedicated to being true to herself and her roots, while utilizing her success to encourage and assist other budding artists. Allie is currently focused on finishing her degree and perfecting her skill through street performances, despite the enticing offers she has gotten for both her original compositions and cover songs. Allie has a great career ahead of her because to her incredible singing talent and guitar skills. Grafton Street is the place to go in Dublin if you're looking for a musical getaway, where you can hear the soulful music of Allie Sherlock. The fact that Allie made it from the streets of Cork to the international stage of Britain's Got Brilliance demonstrates her brilliance, perseverance, and endurance. Keep cheering for Allie, encourage her as she pursues her goals, and keep in mind that we are all capable of incredible things as we follow her story. Aside from her musical endeavors, Allie has spoken highly of Ariana Grande and her ambition to work with the pop diva in the future. Several interviews have shown Allie gushing over Ariana's music and art, and she has even spoken about her desire to collaborate with the pop star. She sees Ariana as someone she looks up to and admires, and she thinks working with her would be a fantastic chance to develop her artistic skills. Particular suggestions for possible partnerships have been made by Allie, including the possibility of recording a duet or sharing the stage. She has said that she thinks it would be incredible if they could team together and do something very unique for their followers. A large portion of Allie's fan base shares her excitement at the prospect of working with Ariana Grande, and they have voiced their approval of the idea. Music fans all across the globe would surely be captivated by a collaboration between Allie Sherlock and Ariana Grande, given their respective reputations for strong vocals and mesmerizing performances. With each new step in her musical career, Allie is determined to reach her full potential as an artist. Her life is an uplifting example of perseverance, inspiration, and undying love for music. We can already feel the heart-pounding music, resolute resolve, and limitless ambition that will characterize Allie Sherlock's upcoming adventure. Allie's character and ideals are demonstrated by her unwavering passion to her work and her commitment to supporting emerging artists. Her unwavering commitment to perfecting her craft and remaining authentic keeps her focused on the challenges that celebrity inevitably brings. Her genuineness and modesty have won her supporters all throughout the globe, and she will surely achieve even greater things in the years to come. Everyone can see that Allie has made an indelible mark on the music business as she continues to enchant Dublin audiences with her heartfelt performances. She holds her unique talent for making emotional connections with listeners in the highest regard. Those lucky enough to hear Allie perform her music find inspiration and happiness in every note she sings and chord she plays on her guitar. Looking ahead, Allie's intentions to create original music and work with up-and-coming street musicians demonstrate her dedication to cultivating a nurturing environment for artists. Her unwavering commitment to helping people and making a positive impact via her music will undoubtedly serve her well as she navigates the dynamic music industry. Even if working with Ariana Grande is a thrilling idea, Allie is determined to be genuine and make music that matters. Her story is inspiring for fans and aspiring musicians because she shows what it means to be faithful to one's passion, work hard, and never give up. With each passing episode, Allie Sherlock's meteoric rise to fame is clearer, and we can't wait for her next adventure to begin. As an extraordinary artist, she stands out for her unfaltering commitment to her work, as well as her real modesty and honesty. It is now the moment for you to respond. Do you have any opinions about Allie Sherlock? Do you find yourself relating to any part of her life? Leave a comment and tell us. Salutations, everyone. Click the next video that appears on your screen right now to see more interesting tales.